Butterfly bringing you some butterfly babble. Well, when we first are learning something, it's never fun. But after we know the knowledge that we are seeking, it always becomes a lot of fun. So these original butterfly babbles are not going to be nearly as fun as the end result. But right now, we have to get to know thyself. We have to take the steps and put in the E, the effort. That way, in the end, we will all be having a lot of fun and enjoying our lives. I just want to start by saying please subscribe, share, and like so that we can grow our channel. Help us grow. So I've always said that I'm a writer. I'm not much of a vlogger, although I am super happy to be here vlogging with you. I am just going to read my writing to you because that's a lot easier for me. So here we go. Knowledge self. What does knowledge really mean? Something different for everybody. Yet exactly the same method can be applied for gaining this knowledge. To obtain the knowledge, you must know your ledge, or popularly known as know thyself. Ultimately, the goal is to go to the ledge of your knowing and soar to the next ledge, using your imagination as your wings. Albert Einstein said, "I am not a genius, I am just passionately curious." When you accept that life is a ledge and will constantly keep you on the edge, you will learn that you will be given one of two things always, and it's always going to be okay. You will be given wings to fly or solid ground to land on. Don't ask me why, it's just the truth. And this also becomes better after we know thyself. Albert Einstein also said that imagination is more important than knowledge. The higher meaning of this is simply that once you know thyself, you must understand that the universe is behind you. Everything and everyone is behind you. Everything is behind you when you're on a ledge. Some may be for you and some may be against you, but they are all behind you. And because you have the know, the understanding of thyself, you are comfortable on your ledge. To let go and soar to the next ledge, to know the ledge. But that's a different story, and we will get into all of that. If ever I say something that you want me to elaborate on or know more about, please don't hesitate to comment. To know the ledge or gain the knowledge, there are three simply slightly complicated steps. LOL means lots of love to me. The three steps that helped me gain the know on my ledge was 1. Know your brain. Know how your brain works. We have the best computer in the universe and are basically CEOs of a major corporation called Self. We are the lead actors and actresses in the most important movie of all time, but don't know how the brain that sustains our life of thought and action actually functions. This is kind of shocking to me and odd. So the first step is to understand the brain. This doesn't mean you need to become a neuroscientist. It's actually pretty simple, and with today's technology, there's kind of no excuses. If you understand the basic functioning of the 24/7 computer that runs your life, it's a game changer. Listen to a 10-minute video on YouTube of how the brain works. Watch a 10 or 15-minute video on how the brain functions and the different parts and their service to you. What chemicals are in the brain and what purpose do they serve? This may seem stupid, but trust me, it's the way to be comfortable on your own ledge. This is only step 1. It takes no more than an hour of your time, but can change the entire way you eat and view yourself. And this is the first step to knowing thyself. The second step to knowledge is to know your heart brain. In knowing the chemical reaction to different sets of stress or emotion, we can actually learn how to regulate the communication between the brain and the heart. The heart and the brain are continuously communicating. Although the heart brain does not have brain cells, it does have neurotransmitters. So if we understand how the heart sends signals to the brain to dictate our emotions, it makes sense to find a way to regulate what is healthy and unhealthy for our heart. To achieve this, we can know our ledge. Now, say we have studied the brain and its parts and how they function. And now we understand that the heart is the center of force of our emotions. And now it's time to put the cherry on our cake. Number 3 is to perform neuroplasticity on ourselves. So fancy and complicated the word is, but truly it is not as complex as it sounds. It is simply breaking old programs running in our non-conscious mind that are the true dictator over our reactions. I used to always say, I'm not a reactor, I'm an actor. Our non-conscious mind is what ultimately determines our reactions to all circumstances. Even if you feel totally in control, it just takes one sideways look from a total stranger, or worse, a loved one, to take you smooth out of control. In order to do neuroplasticity on yourself, I suggest getting a spiral or a notebook and writing down anything that makes you feel out of control, and then writing under it how you could be a better actor instead of just a reactor. Constantly, life is going to throw ugly or unwanted circumstances in our way, which is kind of like being pushed off the ledge. But if we know the ledge, we can simply say, thanks for the push. I needed that. And hey, that's a happy way to look at a push. If we are comfortable in our no, the ledge becomes fun. So, we have a basic understanding of how our brain operates and how the heart brain is sending the emotion to the brain to find a pattern to control the blood flow to keep us alive and safe. No heart attacks, please. And now we understand that neuroplasticity is simply building new reactions. We can become the lead actors and actresses in our movie. Every time a negative response comes to anything happening, we simply, with utter dedication, change our reaction to a positive. No matter how hard the old program fights, it will fade away, and new programs take its place. Over time, and every bunny is different. Some people may take a week, some people may take a year, but it's always worth it. Your non-conscious mind will only play those good reactions, and you won't have to constantly stay on it or think before you speak, because only good reactions, regardless of circumstance, will be on your scene. Remember, every bunny is some bunny. This is Untrapped Butterfly, just bringing you the first butterfly babble. Remember, in order to get to the fun stuff, we've got to do the learning stuff first.